Hi, in this section, we will explore the differences between trust boundaries and attack surfaces to explore various levels of trust and sources of attack. Wikipedia defines trust boundary as a place where a program changes its level of trust, or where two identities with different levels of privileges exchange data. Examples of trust boundaries include user accounts that can be UIDs on Unix systems or SIDs on Windows systems. Trust boundaries could be network interfaces, different physical computers, different virtual environments, different container orchestrators, and in general, anywhere where there are different levels of privilege. Let's take our data flow diagram that we reviewed in the previous section to identify the trust boundaries here. Take a minute and think about the depicted trust boundaries and some undepicted trust boundaries. Okay, the first boundary in the picture is a network level boundary where data moves from the internet towards an intranet. The next boundary in the picture is a container boundary that hosts some containers. The third boundary in the picture is a network boundary where the database server and the SMTP server resides. Some of the undepicted trust boundaries could be another network boundary from a cloud provider. The container boundary could actually be inside the boundary of a virtual machine. There might be other containers hosted on the virtual machine that might execute with different levels of privileges as well. Attack surface is simply the number of all entry points through which an attacker might enter into a system. An attacker might use more than one entry point to violate the security of a system. In general, a system that presents many different user interfaces or APIs or many different features generally has a larger attack surface compared to a system that has less features, less APIs, or less user interfaces. So an attack surface is simply the number of all entry points through which an attacker might enter into a system. I hope you've enjoyed this lecture. We will move on to the next lecture.